So, this is where we picked off, where we stopped last time. Now, let's go on. The Comitatus descends into the Great Basin that shelters Karnak way station from the worst of the jagged waste, dusk and rock storms. Even at this distance from the walled compound, you can see that the outpost is vastly overcrowded. Dozens of comitati and literally hundreds of travelers swarm the confines of Karnak way station, which is now surrounded by makeshift camps and improvised manchos. A pair of gruff-looking mercenaries walk out to meet you and give you half-hearted hail. The first one to speak is a tall, lean, tainted fellow, armed with a barbed spear. Gotta say, you folk just keep popping up like wraith around a rotting corpse. He sighs heavily. Alright, move your ass over there and try to settle in without a fuss. He points to a large area outside the low stone walls just northwest of the way station itself. So, I'll ask him about his attitude, I think. That's what I did? Yes. There is a brief pause, but then the mercenary sighs again and seems to deflate his frustration, giving way to weariness. Listen, I did not mean to bite off your head, stranger. It's not your fault. It's this. His gaze wanders around the way station with disgust. Now granted, all this crowd was pretty fun and profitable in the beginning, but now the whole place looks and smells like a war camp. Soon after it began, folks started bickering for all sorts of shit. The best camp spot, more water from the well, more food, and on and on and on. Fights broke out. Some of the guys got badly hurt when they went in to break them up. The other merc spits. You ask them if he knows the reason for this sudden influx of comitati and traveler. There's all sorts of rumors, but you better ask around yourself, 'cause I ain't sure what to believe anymore, the tall fellow answers. And please just don't give us a hard time, alright? Move your people and stuff to the place I pointed you to, and everything will be dandy. Well, since that's my only choice, I will do that, I guess. You nod the mercenaries and lead the commentators to the designated spot. The crew strikes camp and everyone is settled in after a quarter of an hour. Time to explore. Sheltered in a arid basin surrounded by stone walls and guarded by grim mercenaries, Karnak Way Station provides an illusion of safety. Most travelers... Okay, that's what I did. The whole compound is crowded with people, travelers, commentators, crews, vagrant mercenaries, warbands, trading house agents, smugglers, prostitutes, thieves, and of course, beggars. The largest stone building housing the tavern is filled to the brim with customers, so much so that you cannot get inside for a drink. Luckily, they had the sense to set up a bar outside too, and a kitchen tried to serve as many clientele as possible. Should you be into Jackra meat steaks or fried horflav, that is. The noise and stench of sweat and booze makes you feel like you're in a war camp. Asking around, you hear of several organizations looking for transportation of goods and personnel. A quick survey of options reveals several factions that are willing to pay you for hauling their cargo and taking some people to Torzak's shelter to the north. There are the agents of trading house trying to cut losses as well as a bunch of shady fellows, probably smugglers, who promise that you will not regret taking them and their stuff to the great city. Another group, some pilgrims who wanted to reach a shrine in the south, now wish to turn back towards the shelter. Last but not least, there is a company of foreign merchants from the Dragonlands looking for a new market. Whoever you will choose, you will not be able to strike a deal with another group, and you will have to make sure that the goods and passengers arrive at their destination safe and sound. I was not sure that I was making a deal with the smugglers because I was doubting that I could smuggle goods in. So I wanted to make a deal with a trader, with traders or with agents from trading house. I'm not sure what I took. Yeah, trading house it was. The deal is struck fairly quickly. The three trade agents of House Okor want you to take them along with their bodyguards and sizable cargo of blue crystals to Torthak's shelter. As per the agreement, you have to travel to the city without unnecessary delay, and they will add their remaining supplies to your stores when you arrive. You will be handsomely compensated when you reach the shelter gates. You will load the goods upon leaving Kernak. Make sure to have one empty cargo slot for their goods before leaving. Yeah, should not be the problem. Well, of course it isn't, because I already did that, so yeah. The whole compound is crowded with people. Travelers, comitatus, crews, vagrants, mercenary warbands, trading house agents. Yeah, I already did that. Now I drank and ate something. After ordering a mug of mushroom ale and some food, you sit down on a bench under dusty awnings and take a look around. There are all kinds of people here. Ferocious looking orcs, mercenaries arm wrestle at a long table nearby, laughing out loud at bawdy jokes. A tainted woman juggling knives with thick, long, three-jointed arms. Intimidating dragonkin warriors in colorful steel armor. Tarkian traders lounging on large pillows around a small portable table with cups of coffee and a hookah. A dwarf selling scavenged junk from the back of a tumbled down cart. Even weird insect people you have never even seen before chittering away them in their melodious language. There are some other Vagri you can talk to and soon learn the reason for the state of this place. Apparently the Imperial Legion have closed off the only path through the Septus Mountains in the south not too long ago, turning back anyone and everyone on both sides. This plunged the travel plans and business enterprises of many into utter chaos. People suspect that this is the reason to the strange earthquake several weeks ago and the terrible windstorms that followed. The winds have been crazier than usual ever since, and many people engulfed by them complain about having nightmares and constant headaches. So here was looking at the map, and this was probably the pass that was closed up. Yeah, Septus Mountains. And I was wondering if it is possibly to close off the area because not every area is ready to play yet. So now I will be selling my goods, or did I wait with selling wine? I did fill up my supplies. Had 2 free spaces, those are the black ones. I think I did wait for Tozak's shelter to sell my goods. Yeah, there is the equipment you can buy for your caravan and awnings. I already have that. Extra storage, already have that. But guard animals didn't have those, and those would add 1 point to the perceptive trait and 15 points to vigilance, and I bought those. Here you can hire new crew, buy slaves if that's what you want. Scouts, fighters, find passengers, even those are here. And yeah, beasts of burden would be here. So I get more pack animals or mounts. Up here on the upper left, crew status, you see your morale, the obedience of slaves. Nutrition is how good, how fat the people are, and vigor, how rested they are. And all those give bony or yeah drawbacks if they are too low. I bought some rumors because they were cheap, and it's always good to look out for rumors. Then I took on those travelers because they were wanting to go to Torzak's shelter just as I did, so no harm in taking them. Then I did rest in the city. In the city there is a different rest options than in the wilds. Here you can forage, but you can do some odd jobs. Foraging would give you supplies, while odd jobs would give you money. You see the chances of it succeeding. Um, they're not even 50%, but the failure is usually not that bad unless you get a critical fail. So, yeah, there's not really that much harm in trying. So I got one of the cheapest currency changes, I think, and I lost one vigor point for that. But you gain one vigor point by resting, so it's not that bad. So I did just realize that I even spent supplies while resting in the city, so I think I will now replenish my stack of supplies to a full 215 stack, which means 58. And this is quite pricey, as you see. Now I'm leaving after I get the crew. After your crew loads the cargo, your newcoms take their place among the line of the carts. They remind you that going anywhere else than Torzak's shelter renders your agreement null and void. So that's not something you should do. Um, you should more or less go directly where they want you to go. Now I move up and yeah, nothing happened. If at any point of the way there is always the possibility to have an event, but nothing did happen. Here you can scout, you see the success rates and how much resourcefulness it costs, how many scouts you need to send and all that stuff. And now I know that with 100% certainty that there won't be happening anything there. Well, not that bad. Here you see hunting 100% fail chance, so no use in trying. But I will send those guys to forage. I can't boost my morale, don't have that skill for that. I'm going to pay now and fix it on that. Rations, defense orders. That's just what I want. So let's end the day and regain 5 supplies. Not a lot, but in the long run, it saves you money. Even with a fail, you get something, not that much usually, but even something is better than nothing. And yes, I already ate a lot of supplies away, as you see. So now, let's continue down the street. For 10 points. Now, nothing happened again. So camping, just like the night before. Nothing special. Not sure what I was looking here right now. Yeah, that's the problem when you lose your audio files. So I was foraging again and the result was lower and I got something more. I'm still not all too sure about it. I think the low rolls are better, but I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. So here you see I've already accumulated 5 points in insight, and for insight you can yeah, skill new stuff. Here I get encourage, And courage allows me to use my resourcefulness points, which refresh every day anyway, to boost the morale of my party at camping. So that's what I will do from now on until it is at maximum. Another day went by without incident, and now you see I can boost my morale, which gives boni to results. More marching, more combat strength, more workforce, better results when testing, so you should do that if you can. So I end the day, and this time I roll a 66 and I got a success, so I'm not really sure how that works, but yeah. Maybe you roll for success and then you roll how big the success is and or how low the failure is. But I would like to see somewhere like a dash lane where you see the rolls, if you know what I mean. So now I arrive at Torzak's shelter, and this is where I will stop for now. And then tomorrow I will upload the last part from the first session, and after that it will be a longer video with me talking while playing actually, so a bit more fluent. So if you liked it, thanks. Have a nice day. Bye.